So, Devale, this is our second time talking.
Yes.
And Khadeen,
yes.
This is our first. But this is something that we all know about. And I would like to call you guys top 5, and I ain't talking about 5, really a running for the couple of the culture.
Oh, wow.
We don't talk about that.
That's deep.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, tell me who would fit that running.
Couple of the culture. That would be hard for us because we hate the whole couple goals thing.
Yeah, so we don't even look at ourselves.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the aesthetic that, my thing is, my parents have been together for 38 years. Mm-hmm. And my mom would always tell me, she says, the difference between this day and age of love and the old time love is, old time, we were looking for every reason to stay. Mm-hmm. This day and age, they looking for every reason to leave.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
That's actually really accurate when I think about it.
So if I have to think about that, I would have to say, of course, Barack and Michelle. Mm-hmm. Barack held the highest office in the land. Mm-hmm. Michelle is extremely intelligent, law degrees. She's a celebrity in her own right, not for just being Barack's wife. I would have to go with them. Of course, it would be easy to say Jayz and Beyonce, two of the most influential people.
That's a for me.
Yeah, two of the most influential people in our culture.
Who have also had their issues, their fair share of issues. And I think that people try to pursue this idea of what this perfection looks like for a couple. Right. And within their own right, all those imperfections has made it perfect for them. So to say that, for example, her Lemonade album was about him cheating on her.
Infidelity.
Right.
Infidelity.
That was her number one song.
That was her number one song. And people love that.
That's true. I would have to go with Denzel and Pauletta. They've been together for a long time.
And she run the show too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I met them multiple times and she's just so, I didn't know they was from Carolina.
Yeah.
And she's just a strong force, man. I love that. But I'm gonna tell you the issue that's happening because I have the same issue. Who's a millennial that's the couple of the culture?
Ooh.
I mean, a lot of people love Sierra and Russell. A lot of people love them, so I guess if we listening to the streets, if we listening to social media, they would have to be up there.
On what's presented?
On what's presented, I guess, yeah.
Sterling K. Brown and his wife.
Yeah, Sterling K. Brown and Ryan, they just, Ryan, they just been killing it.
Right, both in their own right.
But is he a millennial? Because he's 40, he's in his mid-40s, and I think Ryan is too.
I was taking a couple years.
Sterling. But
I guess that's a difficult question.
I guess that is a difficult question. Yeah, now that you think about it, it is.
Man, I'm a sucker for just really highlighting black love. Mm-hmm. Just love in general. Fuck black, fuck white, fuck, it's love. You feel me? Like we see it oftentimes in entertainment where a lot of people, they publicize their relationship, but it's just the good. And the thing that I've always respected about you guys is you guys show the real, whether it's uncomfortable, whether it's very critical, whether it's a social experiment, social event, or a current event, I'm sorry. And you guys are able to find a lesson in any situation.
Absolutely.
And I respect that.
Because there's no losses. One thing is I've learned that from football. There's no losses, there's only lessons, right? And when you're talking about black love, you have to separate black love from all the other ones because it's revolutionary, right? In this country, they've criminalized the black experience. So you just being Cam, walking around, means that you're never unarmed and you're always a threat because you're black, which means you, with a black woman, is twice the threat.
But I'm gonna stop you, and I don't agree with that to a degree.
Okay.
Because as black people, we set the standard and the relevancy for so many things.
Absolutely.
So it's on one hand, it's like socialized or as a social, kind of experiment, we're one thing, but for a cultural experiment, we set the trends for everything, the way people talk, the way people act, the way people present themselves, the way people just, have this aura about themselves. And I hear what you're saying on one front, but you also have to mention, like, without, the suave of, the black person, shit, we'll be lost.
Absolutely, but that's why black love is so revolutionary. Because we weren't even allowed to be married.
Right. And
we came over here in 16, 19.
It's threatening.
Black people were not allowed to get married. They took the black man out of the home, made black women raise their kids on their own. taught them to fear black men, taught the world to fear black men, and over-sexualized black women. So when you see a black couple, you have to think about 400 years of them using media to create a different picture of who we are. You see what I'm saying? And even though we know who we are, when you see it, you get a chance to be like, wow. Because for example, when we first started sharing, I would get mad, like text messages, DMs from people be like, yo, I've never seen this before. I never seen a black man love on his wife publicly before. And even now, people still think it's fake, right?
Yeah. It's definitely a facade.
We just told a story. We was in the airport, stuck in the airport. She went to go to Bojangles, get some fried chicken.
That's on T-Gates.
Come on
T-Gates, come on now.
And last time y'all didn't have my coleslaw, so get it together. Thank you.
So we in the airport, and this mad seats, I'm sitting there, I'm exhausted. She comes back for Bojangles. She sits on my lap. Sits on my lap. It's mad space, it's on my lap. So, she's on my lap, I'm grabbing the booty. She feeding me chicken, we talking, and a woman comes over, older black woman, and says, I gotta be honest. I follow y'all on social media, and I thought everything was fake. But there's no cameras here, and y'all act the same way y'all act on social media. So even for black people, they're not used to seeing this. No, they're not used to seeing it. Right. Yeah. So they think that it's disingenuous until they start to realize, like, nah, they just acting how they act.
But you know what, too? We had to be very deliberate about, we knew that in this space, right, if we're showing all of the highlights, because that's what social media tends to be, it just would be unfair to not include some of the real things. And I think those real things, those real issues are problems that we've seen stemming from our grandparents' generation, our parents' generation. These are things that we just no longer wanted to just fall into that hamster wheel of this is just how marriage is. It's not desirable, marriage in general. Men, for example, are going to be like, good luck if you're getting married. What happens when your homie say he about to get married or somebody's about to get married? You never like, wow, that's awesome. How do you plan on, thriving in this marriage?
What you doing for the bachelor party?
Exactly.
How you going out?
No, exactly. How you going out? Because life is over. So we just felt like we'd be remiss if we didn't show some of that. And it kind of almost, I want to say accidentally happened because we weren't necessarily on a pursuit to be this ideal family. It just kind of happened with the videos showing things in jest, problems that we were having that I think were universal problems. It was just nice to see it in a comedic space because people are easily able to digest it that way,